Hi team, welcome to today's workout. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get started, I will remind you, please make sure to check in once we are finished today. You can do that just below the video player here. As well, please make use of the stretching video that is also available to you to leave your body feeling nice and healthy and happy. All right, so today's workout, we are going to do 3 exercise circuits with a core focus. How this is going to work is we have 3 different exercises that are going to work different parts of our bodies. We're going to do each circuit twice with a set amount of reps for each exercise. After that whole thing is finished, we're going to take a quick break, grab some water, and then we will move on to the next one. I'll show you how to do everything before we even do it. So let's get started. Number 1, we're going to do 20 calf raise squats, 20 halos, and 20 of something called reaching plank. I'll show you these things and then we will get started. So a calf raise squat, if you need something to hold onto for balance, feel free to use it. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna start in a really nice wide stance with our toes pointed out at a dramatic angle. I'd say around 45 degrees. From there, we're gonna lower ourselves down into a lowered squat just like this, coming up onto our toes, lowering our heels back down to the floor, nice and gently. All right, 20 of those. After that, we are switching to halos. So you're gonna need one of your weights for this, whether that's dumbbells, soup cans, water bottles, completely up to you. But we're gonna start feet shoulder width apart with a slight bend in our knees. From there, we're gonna hold the weight in both of our hands just like this, off to one side. We're gonna swing that weight across to our opposite shoulder, around our heads, ending on the opposite side that we started from. All right, so up, swinging around, back down, up, swinging around, back down. Keep your core nice and tight on this one, all right? The only thing that should be moving is your arms. 20 of those as well. Then we are switching into something called a reaching plank. So a reaching plank, this is a plank position on the floor. That being said, if you find that's just a bit too intense for you, feel free to stand up, lean against something like a wall, a set of stairs, a chair. Anything that's going to have you standing up taller is going to make this easier for you. All right? So we're going to get into a plank position on our elbows, keeping a nice straight line from our shoulder to our contact point with the floor. Whether that's your knees or your toes is completely up to you. Keep your bum out of the air, bum down nice and low, core nice and tight. And then from here, we're just going to reach forward with one arm at a time, just like this. All right? Keep your core nice and tight to limit any twisting side to side. And if you are leaning against something, if you are standing up, reach up instead of forward, obviously, because there's something in front of you, okay? So let's get started here, team. Round 1 with our calf raise squats, 20 of these. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and the lower you are into this squat, the tougher it's going to be, all right? And 5, 6, 7, so just nice and controlled, up and down. That's 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, 12, 13, almost there, team. 14, and 15. Awesome job. Stay with me now. 16, switching to halos after this. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, halos, 20 of those. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3. Awesome job, team. Keep that core nice and tight, starting on one side, around to that opposite shoulder, and around your head. All right, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through now. Stay with me. 11. You always also want to have a slight bend in your knees whenever you're working with upper body weights. 14, 15, 16. Almost there, team. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to our reaching plank. First 20 of these. Here we go, team. Let's get into position. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3. So core nice and tight, reaching one arm forward at a time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're halfway through. Keep your elbows nice and close together underneath you. That's going to help with your balance. 15, 16, 17, 18. Almost there, team. 19 and 20. All right, switching back to our calf raise squat, round 2. 20 of these. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Keep going, team. 5. Awesome job. 6, 7, 8. Nice and controlled. Up and down. 9 and 10. We're halfway through. 11. Switching to our halos after this. And 13, 14, 15. Almost there. 16 and 17, 18, 19, oh, and 20. All right, switching to those halos. Final 20 of these. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2. Again, keeping your core nice and tight on this one. 4, 5. The only thing that should be moving is your arms. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. Awesome job, team. Stay with me. 10, 11, 12. Keep going, team. 13, 14. Almost done. 15. We'll switch to our reaching plank after this. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, reaching plank, 20 of these. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3. Keep that core nice and squeezed there, team. Core nice and tight, drawing that belly button in just a little bit back towards your spine. 10 and 12, 13, 14, 15. Stay with me now, team. 17, almost done. 18, 19, 20. Whew. All right, excellent work, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water and then we'll move on to the next one, okay? All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go. And in and out. All right, moving on here, team. We are going to do 10 per side of something called reverse lunge knee up. So we're combining those two things. After that, we're going to do 20 shoulder taps. Then we are going to do 20 starfish crunch. I'll show you how to do these things and then we will get started. So a reverse lunge knee up. What we're going to do with this, first things first, we're going to do that reverse lunge. Again, if you need something to hold on to, feel free to use it. But what we're going to do is you're going to swing one foot behind, drop your center of gravity down over that front knee, push up through that heel in order to stand back up. What we're going to do with our opposite leg that was just behind us is as we come up, we're going to drive that knee up nice and high. Feel free to come up onto your tiptoes as well if you'd like. All right, and then we're just going to do 10 on one side first, then we're going to switch and do 10 on the other. We are not alternating these today, all right? After that, we are switching to 20 shoulder taps. So a shoulder tap, again, is a plank position on the floor. If you find that very intense, feel free to stand up and lean against something. But what we're going to do, we're going to be on our hands this time. So on your hands, keep your hands just kind of under your shoulder line, a lot closer than you would if you were doing a push-up, all right? Keep that nice straight line, again, from your shoulder to your contact point with the floor, whether that's your knees or your toes, completely up to you. Core nice and tight, and then we're just gonna tap the opposite shoulder with our opposite hand, all right? Back and forth, just like so. Each side is one. We're going to do 20 of those. Then we are doing 20 starfish crunches. So a starfish crunch, I will show you a modification for this as well, but we're going to start laying down on the floor with all of our appendages straight out, just like so. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to lift our opposites together over top of us, squeezing our core at the top, just like this, back and forth. All right. Each side is one. We're going to do 20 of those. If you find having your legs straight is too intense, bend your knees up just like this. Then you're just going to reach, kind of bringing that wrist or your forearm to that knee. And again, still squeezing that core at the top. All right. So let's get started here, team, with our reverse lunge knee up, 10 per side of these. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep going, team. 5, dropping that center of gravity down over that front knee, pushing up through that front heel to stand up. 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides here, team. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome job, team. Stay with me. And 6, 7. Feel free to come up onto that tiptoe if you want as you come up. And 10. All right, switching to our shoulder taps, 20 of these. First time through, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3. Keep that core nice and tight. If you're in a plank position, keep your bum down nice and low. Or if you're on your toes, I should say. 13, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, switching to our starfish crunch. First 20 of these. Here we go, team. Modify these as much as you need to. And 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Lifting up, squeezing that core at the top. 6, and 7, 8, and 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11. Squeezing that core at the top, bringing those opposites up together. And 14, 15, almost there. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Whew. All right, switching back to our reverse lunge knee up. Second round, 10 per side of these. Here we go, team. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome job, team. 6. Drop that center of gravity towards that knee, pushing up through that heel in the front. 9, and 10. All right, switching legs. 3, 2, 1, and go. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Keep going, team. 6, and 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching to our shoulder taps. Final 20 of these. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going, team. Awesome job. 13, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. All right, final starfish crunches, and then we will take a break. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3. Squeezing that core at the top. Once you lift those opposites together. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, halfway through. 11, 12, 13, 14. Almost there, team. 15, 16, 17, 18. Almost there. 19 and 20. Whew. All right. Awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water, and then we'll move on to the next one, all right? Whew. Whew. All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go. And in and out. All right. Moving on here, team. First of this round, we are going to do 20 deadlifts. All right. You can use weight for those, or you don't have to. It's completely up to you. After that, we are going to do 20 pull-aparts. So if you have some sort of stretch band, a nice long one, not the loop bands that you kind of like put around your knees. If you have a longer stretch band, feel free to use that instead of your weights. And then we are going to do 40 flutter kicks, finishing off for our core. I'll show you these things, and then we will get started. So, deadlifts. If you aren't using weight for these, you just simply don't have to hold them, but it's the exact same form, okay? Starting feet shoulder width apart with that slight bend in your knees. You are always going to keep that slight bend in your knees the whole time, okay? Weight in your heels. You're gonna rest the weights on the front of your body like this. Shoulder blades down nice and low on your back, staring forward at something that is in front of you the whole time. You're gonna hinge forward at your waist, keeping that weight in your heels, just running your fingers up and down your legs to keep that weight nice and close to your body, okay? We're going to do 20 of those to start. After that, we are going to do 20 pull-aparts. So, like I was saying, if you have a stretch band for this, feel free to use it. If not, regular weights will work just fine. Again, standing feet shoulder width apart, slight bend in your knees. If you're using a stretch band, your hands are going to be slightly wider than your shoulders on the band, all right? If you are using weights, you're just going to kind of start them together, hand to hand. What we're going to do, straight arms out in front of us. Arms are always going to stay straight, all right? Don't bend them. Shoulder blades down nice and low on our backs. We're just going to open our arms, pulling that band across, squeezing our shoulder blades together in the back, all right? We're going to do 20 of these. After that, we are switching to 40 flutter kicks, and I will show you a modification for these as well. But what we're going to do, we're going to lay down on our backs, just like so, hands under our bum for support, kind of right around your tailbone area. From here, what we're going to do, we're going to straighten our legs, kicking our feet up and down just like this. If you find that's a bit too intense, keeping your core nice and tight as well. But if you do find that's a bit too intense, you can start with one knee up towards your chest, the other leg straight, and you're just going to kick those feet back and forth just like this, all right? 40 of those, each leg is one, and then let's start with our deadlifts, all right? 20 of these, we'll start with our round one. Grab any weights if you are using them, and here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2, 3, and 4. So I want you to stare at something in front of you. That's going to keep your back straight. That is the objective here, is to keep that back nice and flat. Hands nice and close to your body. That's 10, 11. Awesome job, team. Stay with me now. And 13. Keeping that weight in your heels the whole time. 15, 16. 16, 17, almost there, team, and 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to our pull-aparts. Grab your weights or your band, whatever you are using, and here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2. Make sure to keep those shoulder blades down nice and low on your back. We don't want you shrugging up into your neck during this exercise at all. This is 6, 7, and 8. If you are using weights, you're going to want to use something a little bit lighter just because your arms are straight. This is 11, 12. Awesome job, team. Stay with me. 13, 14, 15, 16. Almost there, team. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, 40 flutter kicks. Modify these however you need to. All right, here we go. On our backs, hands under our bums. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep that core nice and tight on this one as well, team. 7, 8, 9, 20. Over halfway through now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Whew. 3, almost done. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Whew. All right, switching back to our deadlifts for our second round. Here we go, team. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2. So always keeping that slight bend in your knees, always with the weight in your heels. All right, back nice and flat, weights nice and close to your body. This is 6, 7, 8. Keep going, team. You're doing great. 9, and 10. Halfway through now. 11, and 12, 13. Keep going, team. 14. Almost done. And 15, 16. Excellent work. 17, 18, 19. One more. And 20. All right, switching to those pull-aparts. Final 20 of these. Grab your equipment. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2. Shoulder blades down nice and low. Pulling or opening your hands up, squeezing those shoulder blades behind you. And 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Halfway through now, stay with me. This is 11, and 12, 13, 14, almost there, team. 15, 16, 17, almost there. 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to our flutter kicks. Final 40 of these, and then we will take a break. Here we go, team. On our backs, hands under our bum. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going, team. Awesome job. 16, 17, 18, 20. Oh. Keep going. Keep that core nice and tight. 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Whew. All right. Awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water and then we'll go on to the next one, okay? Whew. All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go. And in and out. All right. last one here, team. We are going to do 20 crab steps, 20 of something called rocking plank, and 10 leg raises. I will show you how to do these things, and then we will get started. For crab steps, give yourself a little bit of room off to the side, kind of like a full strides length out to the side. What we're going to do from here is we're going to lower ourselves down into a bit of a lowered squat position, keeping in mind the lower you are into that squat, the tougher these are going to be, okay? So lowering yourself down, we're just going to step to one side, bringing those feet together, stepping back and forth, just like this, all right? Each side is one. We're going to do 20 of those. After that, we are switching to something called rocking plank. Now, this is a plank position on the floor. This is not one that works standing up and leaning against something. So I do encourage you to try this on the ground, all right? What we're going to do, we're on our elbows for this one. Again, keeping a nice straight line from our shoulder to our contact point with the floor, whether that's your knees or your toes, completely up to you. You're just going to get a much smaller range of motion if you're on your knees, which is fun, okay? Core nice and tight. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna rock ourselves back and forth, just like this, okay? Keeping that core nice and tight. You're really gonna feel this in your shoulders. If you're on your knees, like I said, it's gonna be a much smaller range of motion, which is completely fine. All right, a count of one is the rocking forward and backwards. So it's 1, 2, 3. All right, we're going to do 20 of those. After that, we are switching to 10 leg raises. So leg raises, kind of similar to the flutters we just did. We're gonna lay down on our backs, hands under our bums for support. What we're gonna do is we're gonna straighten our legs, keeping our feet together. We're just gonna lift those feet straight up and down, just like this, all right? If you do find that's too intense for you with your legs straight, start with your heels up towards your chest, then you can kick your feet out just like this, keeping in mind the closer you get to the ground, the tougher it's going to be, all right? We are only going to do 10 of those, so that is a smaller number than we are used to, okay? So let's get started here, team, with our crab steps. 20 of these, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going, team. 12, 13, 15. And the lower you are, the tougher it's going to be. 19, 20. All right, switching to our rocking planks. 20 of those. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3. Keep that core nice and tight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway. And 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. Almost there. 18. 19, 20. All right, switching to our leg raises. First 10 of these, modify them however you need to, all right? Hands under our bums, core nice and tight. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, awesome job, team. 4, remember to modify these if you need to. And 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Whew. All right, switching back to our crab steps. Final round, and then we're done for the day. Here we go, team. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going, team. The lower you are, the tougher it's going to be. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew. All right, rocking plank. Final 20 of these. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going, team. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Almost there, team. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, switching to our final leg raises. Final 10 of these. Here we go. Hands under our bums. 3, 2, 1. And go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Keep going, team. 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Whew. There we go, team. We are done for the day. Thank you so much for joining me. I always appreciate you being here. Now that we are finished, please remember to check in. You can do that just below the video player here. Also, if you feel comfortable with it, I would love to see your sweaty selfie on social media. You can tag me on both Facebook and Instagram at M12 Fitness Liz. All right? Thanks again so much, team, and I will see you next time.